80s were dominated by a lot of really big hit TV shows. We all watched them. Some of the most popular included The Cosby Show, The Golden Girls, who can forget Cheers, and of course, Family Ties. More than 35 million Americans tuned in to watch that show every Wednesday or Thursday night. So we have a very special guest joining us from that show. Here's a little hint.
I have a problem, Alex.
Jennifer, you're 11 years old. You got a roof over your head? You're fed every day? Don't pay taxes? What kind of problem could you possibly have?
Oh my gosh, I remember that episode. You know her as Jennifer Keaton on Family.
Hello.
Tina Yothers, everybody. Are you?
Hello.
And you're wearing what, like an 80s wig, or you just still have the 80s hair? You're not ready to let go of the decade?
I'm sorry. When you're voted by MTV the worst hair of the decade, you rock it for your whole life.
That's my favorite.
Lean into it.
Yeah, there it is.
Just kidding.
I love it.
All right, Tina, we are celebrating all things 80s today. So I really wanted to get to ask you, not just on the show, the entire 80s, what was your favorite part of that decade?
It's just such a decade. Decades since then have kind of just been blah.
Yeah.
The music, the style. Since then, the styles have been like ripping off little pieces of our generations that we created. Not that I'm totally proud of the hairstyle and some of the clothes, but it was a good time.
It was a good time. Do you have a favorite,
the music?
the music. What's your go-to 80s song?
Right. I love it all. I listen to the 80s all the time. I love the Cars. I love the Police. I was at a bar with a couple friends not too long ago, and there was an 80s band playing, a cover band, and my best friend's husband said that I was in the house, and so I got up and sang Metro.
Oh, cool.
I love it.
Oh, here we go. There you go. There's a little Metro reminiscent for you.
I'm having flashbacks to the way we're dressed, talking to you, the music, but we can't talk 80s TV without talking about Family Ties, of course.
Such a good show.
But you were the youngest member of that cast for so many years. What was that like for you? Were they really your second family or no?
Oh, for sure, for sure. Growing up on television, people had, I don't know, they just had misconceptions of this glamour. And it is, but on our set, it was just a family. It truly was. And a lot of times I would give interviews and people would ask for the behind the scenes drama, and there really was none. We were just Gary Goldberg ran a tight ship, and he put a family together that had chemistry, and we love each other to this day.
That's great.
That's great.
It's so crazy. Even watching the scene before you came in, I'm like, I remember where I was when I saw that scene, which is just like crazy. But I have to ask, because you played Michael J. Fox's younger sister, and I hear that he was quite the jokester with you on set. So tell us about that.
He was like any other big brother. He was gross. He for me. And when... And, people would come up to me in public and say, like, oh, my God, I want to touch you. You touched Michael J. Fox. I'd be like, ew, he's gross. No, we would have so much fun. We were notorious for having water gun fights. And I'm not talking, like, little pistols. I'm talking, like, illegal. Would definitely be banned today. They cause a lot of damage and way too much fun.
How fun. Okay, so this is something
he
that
also used to also wager bets on my strength, and I am a very strong person, just naturally, and he would bet some of the crew members, all of them, arm wrestling me, and he would bet on me to win, and I think I made a lot of.
Ooh, yeah, that's how you make some side money right there. I know.
Yeah, side gig.
I know. Tina, like, honestly, this is such like a blast from the past. It's so cool to have you on here. Thank you so much for joining us.
And for being a great sport, too.
Yeah.
The wig,
Seriously.
yes.
And doing,
you.
Go ahead. There's a little bit of a delay. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It's definitely a breath of fresh air in the climate that we're in. I think Family Ties would do justice in this time and this political craziness that we're going through. I think a little peace between everyone would be a nice breath of fresh air.
Beautifully said.
So watch Family Ties. It's in reruns.
Thank you for doing such a great job kicking off our special Totally 80s episode. We appreciate you. And for all of you at home, Tina is currently working on a book. Ooh. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. Very cool. Thank you, Tina.